Conclusion of the 2024 Lok Sabha general elections is at hand now. The NDA is coming back for a third term once again, and the BJP not consolidating its vote the way it had expected. Ab ki baar 400 par, of course, is distant reality. The apple has really fallen far from the tree for the Bharatiya Janata Party. A few bright points for them, but brighter points for the opposition at this point and as well. UP is something which is obviously going to be remembered as a big dampener, a wet blanket, if we can call it, for the NDA alliance. West Bengal, again, a state where they had made considerable gains in 2019 and in 2004 as well, turning out to be a disappointment. Odisha, on the other hand, has sprung up a surprise for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And of course, this time they're with an alliance with Nitish Kumar and the TDP. And of course, this is going to be a pre-poll alliance, which is going to take effect when the new government is going to be sworn in. We'll talk about this and, of course, the larger repercussions and fallouts of this victory today. Priya Sehgal, editorial director of our network, is with us on the program. Priya, speaking to you for the first time today, your general, assessment of what's happened over here. Of course, let's not forget that most of the pollsters got all their predictions wrong. It's also, in fact, invalidated the trust of most of us to not take exit polls very, very seriously.
No, absolutely. In fact, we should be having a whole discussion on exit polls soon also. But before that, the next government and the current results. I think, Vinny, the results have been actually pretty good for democracy in terms of, if you just look at the larger picture in terms of what the Prime Minister has achieved, single-handedly, he is still the single largest party, versus the entire India bloc. The BJP is ahead. So that goes to him. And for any other leader at any other point of time, third term, that's a big achievement. But because, as I keep saying, Prime Minister Modi and the entire BJP echo chambers raised the bar so much, ab ki baar 400 par, and the whole hype of the exit polls, everybody was expecting him to at least cross 300 if not 400 and come back with a huge bang. When that has not happened, then suddenly the victory is being seen in the events of the last few weeks and the few days, where he himself set the bar, saying it may be a marketing hype, but then you've fallen into your own rhetorical trap. Perhaps his own party workers in the first two phases also did not come out thinking maybe Modi to jeet hi raha hai. There's been talk about the voting dates were clubbed on the weekend, so a lot of people took the long weekend off and didn't vote. Modi to jeet hi raha hai, so his core voter perhaps hasn't turned out. There is also talk of the RSS not pitching in because of the various tickets that were given to outsiders, and the fact that the party president comes and says कि हमको अब RSS की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So a lot of introspection. On the whole, is I think excellent for democracy and the India bloc. The way it has worked, the way it has got everybody together. The Congress is fighting the lowest number of seats ever, 368 seats. So it toned down its big brother attitude. I think the BJP became the Congress in this. It hyped up its big brother attitude, and the Congress toned it down and became accommodating, came out with the strategy also. We keep saying the BJP has a better strategy. This time BJP stuck to the tried old strategy of Modi ki guarantee, while Congress actually spelled out what it would do to various sections. You can disagree on caste, you can disagree on the schemes, but at least they had a plan at which we could actually argue on issues. And lastly, they refused to engage on this Modi versus whom. They did not want to make it a personality contest. They were making it, and I think it's not just entire national election, but it has been fought differently in every state, which is why UP gave a different verdict, West Bengal gave a different verdict, and Bihar and Karnataka have given different verdicts. So there's been, I think, also local issues have also played up, local leaders have played up. So it's been truly a democratic exercise, which I think it's been an excellent election process so far, and the mandate is very, very interesting to say the least.
Absolutely, you're right, Priya. Pooja Tripathi, Congress spokesperson, also with us on the broadcast. Pooja, first of all, congratulations. This is a big flip, if we can call it, for the Congress party. Almost double the seats that you had in 2019, still falling short of forming a government. I can see a smile on your face, which is usually missing or has been missing whenever we have spoken in the past. Your thoughts on what the India Alliance did well this time, better this time as compared to the Mahagathbandhan in 2019, or do you think this is a victory by default?
Vineet, is a big day. It's a jubilant day, and my smile says it all. I want to define it as a Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic victory is victory somewhere. You inflict such a devastating toll on a victory that on victor that your defeat overcomes their victory. The whole 400 par, the bubble of the 400 par stands flat today. And the way UP has shown results, the way India Alliance has performed, it goes on to say that rural distress was definitely a problem which the incumbent government failed to see. It's a moral and it's a decisive mandate for moral and ethical defeat for Narendra Modi ji as a leader. Was just been. I'm really sorry. Can I come back? Shut it. I'm really sorry.
She's going to come back.
I'll just complete my point.
She'll come back.
All right. Sumit, in fact, you wanted to respond to what Pooja was saying. I couldn't gather what you were saying, but it had something to do with Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah, Vineet, the Pooja ji is saying that there's a lot of rural distress in India. And I believe the villages are not only in Uttar Pradesh, then there likewise if there's a rural distress, it should be the story of everywhere. Why don't we face the fact that Muslims voted against BJP in UP and the Yadavs got together? It was a Yadav-Muslim combo. Look
what
at
happened
every
in
seat.
Ayodhya? What happened in
Ayodhya,
Faizabad?
28.5% Muslims by Faizabad and the rest.
What happened to the Hindus there?
They got divided. They didn't vote. Simple si baat hai. How much do you need to win the election? 41, 42, you will win the election. Na? 28 you get here, 10, 12% you get here. So that's done. That's a done deal. That's what happened. So why did all pollsters got it lost? Because the good old formula of Yadav Muslim combo worked. And Rishabh was just telling that it's very clear that it is getting all the government schemes and all. They did not work. Identity politics matters. And there are people like Akhilesh who banked on it. They got their formula right. There's nothing wrong with what Akhilesh did. He got his formula right.
Well, Priya also mentioned that, a few things that were said, for instance, by, BJP President JP Nadda could have been avoided. And of course, the Prime Minister was also targeted for a number of things he might have also said during those rallies. Do you think that was a contributing factor? I think
we need the identity politics, caste politics is back. The caste politics has emerged again in UP, and what Nadda ji possibly said, that could have been avoided in my opinion.
But the difference is who was trying to take advantage of it and who got the advantage.
That's you see, when it comes to Akhilesh Bhaiya knows one formula, Y and M. He trusted the age-old formula. It worked for him because you left the blank. Na? You left the blank. Uski galti nahi hai. He will try what works for him. He's a politician. He did nothing wrong in my opinion. He tried. It worked for him.
I also want to get a word in from Priya on how Akhilesh Yadav has done. Priya, I've seen a number of your interactions and your chats with Akhilesh. What do you think he got right? We know that he's very strong when it comes to the cadre and ground level. We know how he galvanizes people, and we know that he's one of the best speakers and orators that we have in the country, and he connects with the crowd. But what do you think he did this time around that actually, turned this tide for Akhilesh Yadav and the India Alliance in Uttar Pradesh?
Well, Vineet, for one, he got his calculations right. He was, he always talks about this rainbow coalition of castes. He did that the last time around. It didn't work. This time around, it has worked because also I think the mood, all this talk about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas obviously did not reach the Muslim community. Last time we were said BJP won because the Muslim women came out and voted, the triple talaq or the Ujjwala scheme reached them. That was the reason given for why the BJP won. It's not just a question of just Hindu Muslims. If you take the number of tickets Akhilesh Yadav gave to the Muslims, he just gave 4-5 tickets to the Muslims. He also avoided this whole talk of polarization. Though the BJP tried to play the Ram Mandir card, they tried to play the Mangal Sutra, all those catchwords, clickbait words that were used by somebody no less than the Prime Minister also. But neither Akhilesh nor Rahul Gandhi rose to the bait. You were asking me about the conversations I had. I met him just on the eve of the 7th phase. I was in Lucknow and we had a conversation. I was, of course, Vineet, expecting an interview, or I was pushing him for an interview. But he said, look, this is a strategy by me, and he said, we haven't had a conversation, but I see Rahul Gandhi doing the same. We are not giving any interviews. They just gave tic-tacs at the rally ground. Akhilesh gave. Rahul didn't even do that. Because they said the media will come and they will not want to hear what we want to say. They will come with provocative questions. They will say Modi banam kaun. They will say Hindu Muslim. They will try and get us into a certain narrative. They will say वो मुजरा करते हैं, फिर हम कहेंगे वो ढोलक बजाते हैं, अरे आपने प्रधानमंत्री का अपमान कर दिया, आपने उनको नीच कहा, आपने उनको चाय वाला कहा. And they wanted, the opposition, the BJP wanted to make this an issue about Prime Minister Modi. Now that is still the BJP's best card, as we saw even from the numbers. And very strategically, the opposition decided not to engage in this personality conversation with the Prime Minister, not Modi versus whom, not any name calling with the Prime Minister, not insulting him, not praising him, just ignore him. Just don't take his name. Go focus on the topics you want to talk, which is why no interviews with the media. Talk on the rally ground, talk to on social media, even at press conferences. Akhilesh gave me that example. He's saying, the press conference that happened in Lucknow with Arvind Kejriwal. He's saying the media only wanted to talk about Swati Mahewal. Ab Swati Mahewal ka kya impact hai Lucknow mein, at the end of the day. He wanted to talk about his issues. So he's saying best is avoid all these interactions where the media tends to dominate. Let's go talk to the public directly. Now, this is something Prime Minister Modi used to do, if you remember. He didn't give any interviews initially to the media while he was in government. Only during election times he gives interviews.
Correct.
So here they've decided we're going to follow the narrative. Then of course he built this alliance of, we all pulled his leg about that PDA, Pichla, Dalit and Adivasis. That seems to have worked, in his favor. He's got streets and he campaigned very hard. He is the one who went, if you see the campaign of the Samajwadi Party and Congress, Rahul Gandhi has not held a single rally in UP alone. Every rally he did, Akhilesh was there. Akhilesh campaigned extensively even in the Congress seats.
Correct.
So it is Akhilesh who has supported and pulled Rahul along. He made sure Rahul contested from Raebareli. Remember, Rahul was not keen to contest from UP.
Correct.
Akhilesh Yadav is the one along with Mallikarjun Kharge. And look at the results. If Rahul had not, Amethi and Raebareli would not have gone, and this, the trophy seats would not have come.
Absolutely.
So there's also a psychological factor. He himself contested from Kannauj. Though his heart is not in Delhi, he wants to be Chief Minister of UP again. But he did that. So symbolically, psychologically, strategically, whatever, it just worked.
Absolutely, very right. Well, we're going to cut across to my colleague Megha, who's going to take us through some of the VIP candidates who contested, and let's see which of them faced disappointment and which of them got results in their favor. Megha, over to you.
All right, let's take a look at the big wins and the big losses. Let's start off with the big winners who won with a large margin. And starting off with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, of course, Varanasi was the seat that he won, and he won by quite the margin of about 1.5 lakh votes. Raebareli, Uttar Pradesh, Rahul Gandhi, big win for him. He contested from Raebareli, which is a Congress turf, and he ended up winning. This was the first time he contested from Raebareli. Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, Rajnath Singh, he won with a massive margin. The seat has been a BJP bastion since 1991. Gandhinagar, Gujarat, Amit Shah won with a massive margin. About 7 lakh votes is the number by which he won. This is again a BJP bastion. Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav was able to wrest control of this seat, the one that he had lost in 2019. And next up, let's take a look at Baramati, Maharashtra. Supriya Sule won the seat. This was a fight against Sunetra Pawar, who is the wife of Ajit Pawar. Mumbai North, Maharashtra, it was Piyush Goyal. He won the seat. Again, a safe seat of the BJP. BJP has been winning from this seat consecutively. Nagpur, Maharashtra, Nitin Gadkari, turf of Nitin Gadkari. He won it this time around as well. Tiruvananthapuram, Kerala, Shashi Tharoor ended up winning the seat after quite the back and forth that kept happening with around 15,000 seats. Wayanad in Kerala was also won by Rahul Gandhi, this becoming his second win. In 2019 also, he did the same. Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu, where Kanimui won the election, this in 2019 as well, she had won this seat. New Delhi, Bansuri Swaraj, this was the first time she was being fielded by the BJP. She did the job, she won the election. Northeast Delhi, we have Manoj Tiwari winning the seat for the third consecutive time. So again, all the 7 seats in fact were won by BJP. Hamirpur in Himachal Pradesh, Anurag Thakur, the Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, won that seat from Himachal Pradesh, from Hamirpur. Mandi, Himachal Pradesh, Kangana Ranaut, another big win. I think she won by a margin of about 2 lakh votes and more. Jorhat, Assam, Gaurav Gogoi from the Indian National Congress won this seat as well, amongst the few seats that were won by the Congress in Assam. Arunachal Pradesh, Kiran Rijiju, he won the seat with a landslide. He has been winning this seat consecutively for the past 2 terms. Guna, Madhya Pradesh, Jyotiraditya Sindha won this seat. Last time around, he ended up losing it when he was a part of the Indian National Congress. Bengaluru South in Karnataka, Tejashwi Surya won this seat. And Karnataka as a whole has been a pleasant surprise for the BJP. Dharwad in Karnataka, Prahlad Joshi has won this seat from the BJP. This is consecutively that he has ended up winning this seat. Jalandhar, Punjab is where the Congress has shown And this is Charanjit Singh Channi, the former Chief Minister under the Congress, who was the Chief Minister just for a few days. He won the seat. Amethi, you know, a big letdown for the BJP. Smriti Irani loses this constituency by a margin of over 1 lakh votes. Thiruvananthapuram, Rajiv Chandrasekhar gave a tough fight to Shashi Tharoor. He ended up losing this fight from Kerala. Next up, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. All eyes were on this man, perhaps the most popular politician after Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He ended up losing this seat. This was, of course, his maiden performance, and he ended up losing it. Chennai South, Tamil Nadu, Tamilisai Soundarajan, she lost the seat. This is not the first time she has lost a Lok Sabha election fighting on a BJP ticket. We have next up in West Bengal, Behrampur. This was a major shock for Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. He has been consecutively winning this election up until 2019. He lost it this time around. Anantnag, Rajouri, Jammu and Kashmir, a big setback for Mehbooba Mufti and the PDF, who lost this seat. It was won by the National Conference. Baramulla, again a big shock. Omar Abdullah, he ended up losing the seat to an independent who has terror funding charge, and he's behind bars right now. Amritsar, Punjab, Taranjit Singh Sandhu, the former Indian ambassador to United States of America, ended up losing his seat as well from Punjab. Now Patiala, Punjab, Praneet Kaur from the BJP, she also ended up losing this election from the family of Amarinder Singh. Faizabad, another big shocker coming for the BJP. Lallu Singh, he ended up losing this seat with a margin of about 65 to 70,000 votes. Northeast Delhi, Kanhaiya Kumar lost this seat, and he was fielded from the Congress side on this constituency. New Delhi, Somnath Bharti ended up losing against Basuri Swaraj. It was said to be a tight fight, but at the end of the day, all the 7 seats of Delhi were won by the BJP. Jalore, Rajasthan, Vaibhav Gehlot, the son of the former Chief Minister of Rajasthan, has also lost that seat. So a massive letdown for the Congress there. Chhindwara, Madhya Pradesh, Nakul Nath has ended up losing this seat. Now BJP has performed fabulously in Madhya Pradesh, all the seats going to BJP's kitty. And finally, Rajgarh in Madhya Pradesh, Digvijay Singh also seeing that humiliating loss from Madhya Pradesh. So those are the seats that have been won and lost, the big constituencies, the big faces.
All right, on that note, Mr. Pankaj Vora also joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Vora, this is obviously, you know, a boost for the India alliance. But, you know, if history serves us right, and if we all can remember how the last 10 years have been, you know, the opposition has not been able to utilize a number of opportunities that have been swung their way. Do you think this is also something that should be taken as an opportunity by the India alliance, and not so much as some sort of a victory?
Well, you know, there are many ways of looking at it. You know, one of the tweets which is going around is that this is an election which is very unique because those who have won are having this sense that they have been defeated, and those who have been defeated are thinking that they have won. So this is the, you know, kind of situation we are in, and it was an opportunity. But you know, right at the outset, the Congress and the India alliance knew that they were up against Narendra Modi, who was definitely, I mean, in our present times, he has been the most iconic leader. So it was not easy to overcome him. But the fact remains that if they have prevented the BJP from even reaching to the 250 mark, it shows that, you know, their strategy has been successful in containing Mr. Modi and the BJP. BJP is unhappy that they have not crossed the majority mark on its own, and now are dependent on allies who can, you know, switch sides or can go either way. One has to see how politics plays out. So it is something, you know, we are in the realm of uncertainty as of now, and we have to watch the next 48 hours to see how politics, you know, unfolds.
All right, Dr. Abbas, same question to you as well. It's an opportunity that the opposition can definitely leverage upon, but you know, there have been a number of opportunities in the past that they have just thrown away. How do you think that the opposition is going to plan its next move? It's very important to realize that they themselves have a sense of having an upper hand right now regardless of what has happened in this mandate. Although the NDA is coming back to power, it's Prime Minister Modi who's going to be enjoying a third term, but the opposition can feel galvanized after this Philippe. You're muted,
also,
sir.
many of my
There
friends who are the panelists here, they are right. Undoubtedly, the Bharatiya Janata Party is indeed the single largest majority, and that is the party which will certainly form the government. There are no two ways about it, along with their allies of the NDA. Also, we need to understand why is the question which everybody is asking is, why is the India alliance jubilating? The fact is, we need to understand that Uttar Pradesh was seen to be a bastion of Yogi ji, of the Modi's phenomena. But unfortunately for them, it's gone the way of Akhilesh Yadav. And this shows the groundwork which has worked in the favor. As a matter of fact, what was a shocking defeat for BJP was Faizabad, Ayodhya, where they lost by a margin of more than 50,000 votes. Also, as a matter of fact, we need to understand that West Bengal, where everybody believed the pollsters and they said West Bengal is going to be, majority of the seats are going to be won by Bharatiya Janata Party, which went ulta ho gaya yahan pe. It went, largest votes and majority went to Mamata Banerjee. Also, we need to understand where the BJP went wrong in their discourse was more than their own Sankalp Patra, more than the BJP manifesto. They were speaking of the Congress manifesto. The fact that Congress manifesto spoke about Nari Nyay, Yuva Nyay, Shramik Nyay, Hissedari Nyay, so on and so forth. But what did they say? ये आपके मंगलसूत्र छीन लेंगे, infiltrators, ज़्यादा बच्चे करने वाले. There was absolutely no need to do any form of Hindu-Muslim depolarization. It clearly showed the 2024 voter does not get polarized and vote on that front. Also, we need to understand that Yogi Adityanath ji made a statement that if Congress comes into power, there will be a Sharia law here, which is not the case. So the narrative and
one second.
The fact remains it's not true. What has happened in UP, it is Yadav Muslim combined. What has happened, caste is up. Muslims did not vote for BJP. 34% of the benefits got to the Muslims, 18% of the population, but the votes have not come. It's very clear. Last time around some Muslim women voted for it. And Faizabad, let me tell you, the population is 28.3% Muslims. That is why this magic happened in Faizabad. Otherwise, it would have not happened. I have no problem with what Akhilesh did, but let BJP
I want to quickly get Chandni in this, and then we go to Shaina.
Muslims have not voted for them.
Okay, Chandni, of course, the Hindu-Muslim factor is obviously going to come in now, especially after what we saw happening in Faizabad.
Yes, it would be coming in, the Hindu-Muslim factor would be talked about. But, what has happened has happened. If Akhilesh Yadav's Muslim Yadav vote consolidation has worked, it has worked. Now, I would like to congratulate the NDA alliance for their moral victory. But let's look at it how it is. It's a moral victory. It's not a real victory. And they're up against, the largest a single party and Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. And let me be very frank and blunt that for the next 5 years, this party is going to learn the lessons that they've learned in these elections, and they will have to work hard. They will have to know what to say, when to say, and how much to speak.
Not repeat the mistakes.
Exactly, not repeat the mistakes. And the victory that the opposition is rejoicing that they have actually.
Yeah.
If I play a devil's advocate and say a polarization of one nature, either to the right or to the left, does take place in Indian politics. Every election you see, one state will be polarized, either this way or that way.
But it depends on the rhetoric. Is it pushing it towards...
We are discussing basically here the results. What Akhilesh has won is creditable for him. That's not an issue. We are talking in terms of the...
All right, just 1 second. The Prime Minister has tweeted. I'm going to read this tweet out aloud. The first reaction coming in from the Prime Minister. People have placed their faith in the NDA for a third consecutive time. This is a historical feat in India's history. I bow to the Janta Janardhan for this affection and assure them that we will continue the good work done in the last decade to keep fulfilling, the aspirations of the people. I also salute all our Karyakartas for their hard work. Words will never do justice to their exceptional efforts. Shaina NC, BJP spokesperson, also joins us on the show. Shaina, thank you for speaking with us. Well, the opposition is looking at it as some sort of a victory. The Bharatiya Janata Party, of course, falling short of their own pre-announced announcements and, of course, their aspirations. How do you see this 2024 general election result?
You know, I think the most honest, hardworking president in the history of India has been Prime Minister Modi. You look at his track record from 2014 to 2024. It is absolutely bedag, no kind of corruption, and only working for the Labhartis. When I say Labhartis, if 11 crore women get Ujjwala under the scheme, or 13 crore women get toilets, or 55 crore who get 5 lakh each under Ayushman Bharat, cut to infrastructure, the best roads, highways, 22 AIMS college, 680 medical institutes, 150 airports. So I think there is a lot to talk about, and the work speaks louder. So as Prime Minister Modi always says that he's a man on a mission. He's not looking for headlines, he's only working for deadlines. So I would want to say as a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party that we are here to deliver on ground, and the Prime Minister's dream for a Viksit Bharat in this third term will turn into a reality.
Okay, all right. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, I read the Prime Minister's tweet out. What did you make of it? The Prime Minister did sound, not as equally excited as he usually does in most of his tweets, but of course, whatever he stated is the obvious.
I think there are always takeaways from this victory, the numbers that are there from the elections. First is exit polls was a sham and should not be conducted anymore in the country. Second is Narendra Modi ji should take the moral, political and the ethical responsibility for the defeat, because he was the one who came out with the 400 Par slogan, and now when Bharatiya Janata Party is limiting itself very short of majority too on its own, they're not even reaching the majority mark. Third is, Megha was just reading out the numbers, he has won by only somebody has stature, someone whose stature, Vishwaguru, Biological, Divine, Avinashi wins by just 1.5 lakh votes, and that's exactly the margin that Kishori Lal Sharma ji won from Smriti Irani. Fourth is, arrogance does not stand, and this is the victory of the people of India. When they have given this decisive mandate, they want to keep themselves away from the politics of Mujra, Mutton, Machli, Mangal Sutra, Mullah, Madrasa. They want them to talk about, they are going into third term, they'll have NDA allies and they will form.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.